Welcome. We're excited to have you aboard the Small Talk Podcraft. We appreciate your attention. Matt and John will now engage you in polite conversation about unimportant or uncontroversial matters. Prepare for liftoff in
3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff.
Here comes Small Talk.
Folks, we're here.
We're here.
Okay, we're here with Rodney Montgomery, the owner of Shadows Haunted House, and he's going to have a really fun place. It's not as funny as you think. A clown party. And where's that going to be again, Rodney?
What's up, guys? It's going to be at Sugar City.
Yep.
Hopefully next month, which is February 2019.
Cool. Okay. Well, now, like, I first met you. This was like last year. We were going to have an H.P. Lovecraft art show at your gallery, but unfortunately things didn't work out. They will next time. But I was just impressed by like this really cool like haunted house area that you had secured, and like the ideas of the future that we could have. When it comes to being haunted houses and stuff. Now you've been all over the country looking at haunted houses.
Yep, that's right. I travel for a living, and I had worked for I worked for 2 haunted houses for 8 years total, growing up through high school and college. My job now is as a real estate photographer. So when you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, there's a naked lady bowling. We share it with them. So when one of them comes in, ladies, okay, we get it. Some stuff we have to bear with. Okay, sorry, go ahead. So I go around taking pictures of apartments all over the country, from California all the way up to the tip of Maine. No Alaska, no Hawaii yet. But during September, October, and fall time, it allows me the opportunity to visit a lot of these major haunted houses that are in all like the haunted attraction magazines and stuff, and I review them on YouTube.
Oh, great. Okay, we'll have to put your YouTube station on later.
That's fine.
That's cool.
So what makes a good haunted house versus a shitty haunted house?
There's tons of factors that can go into it, because you have actors, set design, lighting, wait times, storylines. All that stuff can add up to be a really good haunted house or a really bad haunted house. And a lot of the times they're missing 1 or 2 of the aspects, and so there's never really a perfect one.
Except for the one you're going to create.
Except for the one I'm going to create eventually. I tried last year and it didn't work out. This year I took a break from it. But our goal is to have all different kinds of horror in one place, not just your traditional haunted house with 5 houses you walk through. We want to have a rated R haunted house for 18 and older people. We want to have an art gallery with horror artists, and as well as music at the venue.
I think that your idea to make it 18 and up, I think, is a great idea, because one of my least favorite things about haunted house is the annoying teenagers that are just
if you could get rid of them,
mingling and putzing around. They really
causing problems. But okay, what are your ideas on Casper? Should he give it up? Because like he's friendly, but he's a ghost.
Yeah, and he should know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, actually try to be scarier.
Yeah.
Ghosts don't have to be scary.
Oh, okay.
Do they?
Yeah. That's a good point.
The memorable ghosts.
Yeah. But memorable ghosts. Yeah. So have you been to places where they use like holograms and stuff in the...
No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So how did you get into... I don't know. You said you worked at a haunted house for 8 years. How did this affect you? Like, I don't know. Were you always into horror, or did you stumble into that?
As far as I know, I've always been into horror. My mom said, I think it was my second birthday party, I was asked how I wanted the house decorated, and I wanted all the Halloween decorations out. For those of you who don't know, my birthday's in August, so a little early to be celebrating Halloween. But so ever since then, I was into it and trying to push the boundaries of what my mom would let me do. She's Christian, so...
And she's a mom, too.
She's a mom. Yeah,
Did she worry about you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the psychologist call my house when I was in 3rd grade, because I draw lots of mazes, just like regular mazes.
That's fun.
But they would have twists in them where like you'd get beheaded if you made a wrong turn or whatever.
Okay.
So the one that they got called for was, I wrote one where you were throwing bombs at people out of a treehouse, and I had written that my parents were like killing my brother and stuff. So
That'll do it.
but that's normal for young boys, I think.
Yeah, haunted house enthusiasts. That's normal. But I can see how a mother with their motherly
would
love
be like, oh
concerned.
no.
Because I know when I was growing up, my mom was just concerned about me because I spent all my time playing video games.
The video games,
So,
yeah.
I think my mom.
Yeah.
You kind of look back in your mom. I'm like, Mom, you should have encouraged me to the fullest extent. But
Yeah. I got to talk over Dungeons and Dragons because there was actually a witch hunt against as parents do, but about the Dungeons and Dragons at the time. And was there a particular monster you liked as a kid?
I like them all.
Oh, okay,
I like all the symbology of Halloween.
Yeah.
Every creature.
Yeah.
So why do people like horror? Like it seems like even people that don't like horror, I don't know. The human race is a pretty dark species. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world. Do you think it's something that's intrinsic, or?
I think there's two reasons. I think the age-old reason is that people relate to the monster characters, especially the classic horror characters like Frankenstein and the Mummy, as misunderstood people, not actual monsters, even though society treats them as such.
Yeah.
And so I think people relate to them, and they want to see themselves in cinema as like a hated person or an enemy. And then I also think, for my personal reason for liking horror is I like to show people that there is a darker reality to the world we live in. I'm not as big a fan of supernatural as I am of like slashers and serial killers and stuff that could actually take place in your house and take place on your streets, and it actually does. So people trying to shield away from that, I feel
genocides, and there's all types of
genocides.
You don't really need fiction to come up with horror. It's just the human condition right now is pretty.
Right now, and even in the past, people did horrible things to each other, like in the Middle Ages.
But worse than any movie depicts now. I mean, it was a shocking reality for people back then.
They would use their imagination before they whacked people off. They just really I don't know. Even like say the Incans, there was magical beliefs in your bones.
Oh God!
Which you don't want a bunch of people looking at your bones and go, "Ooh, magic! You need those bones."
Yeah, or they would just sacrifice people to the gods.
Yeah. And I don't think that really worked out that good for them.
I've always thought it's bizarre. I don't know, our current culture, when someone dies, you go to a funeral, you put them in a box and you put them in the ground, and you never really talk to them or think about them again, and then we kind of go about our daily lives. But unless you're like a doctor, you don't see birth and death, and it's always going on. But we kind of shelter ourselves from the reality that we're all going to die. I think deeply we're all pretty scared of the fact that
I'm against that. Is there any particular way you want to die?
Fast.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I want an iconic death, because I think we were talking about it. It's something we should all plan for, because we're all going to die. So we should have some sort of plan.
An explosion is what you want.
Oh, I don't know. I think
you're
right now
jumping out of an explosion, you don't make it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think right now my preference would maybe be a barrel, and just go over Niagara Falls. I think that'd be kind of.
Too many have done that though. That's not iconic enough.
Well, it's still a work in process.
Maybe you could blow up while going over the falls.
See, I wanted to when I'm old. I wanted to, but I wanted it to be a cool hero thing, like when Thor is making this hammer or something. But the thing is, you're not heroic when you're old.
I'm not a heroic death.
Well, you could dress up heroic. That would make it iconic.
Oh,
so you would put a cape on and jump off a building with a hammer.
Bingo! Yeah, with a hammer.
Yeah, the EMTs aren't going to forget that.
Yeah, they'll have a story.
There's a guy a couple of weeks ago. He was robbing a restaurant, and he tried crawling through the grease trap, and he got stuck.
Oh God!
And he spent 2 days in the grease trap.
Yeah.
Did he eat it?
I don't know. I don't think they took him to the hospital. He was still alive, but he probably wanted to die after.
That's a nightmare way to go. Yeah, the suffocation thing, and
it's all black. It's all smelly and lubricated.
Ugh.
Yeah, and you didn't have anything to eat, and you're just like, wow, I'm an idiot. Because at some point you go from I'm breaking into this place, and then you get stuck, and then there's this shit of I can get out of this, but then there's a certain point where you realize no, I'm not getting out of this, and then you start screaming for help.
Yeah,
the whole psychological trauma of that would be.
What was he trying to rob again?
Just a restaurant.
I heard it was a Chinese restaurant.
There's food just on the other side. It's right there.
Yeah, but he's stuck. I mean, so I think the more the psychological trauma going from I'm gonna steal and rob to I'm stuck, I can get out of this, to crap, I'm not getting out, to crap, I need help, I'm yelling.
One of the scary movies that I saw was Descent,
Oh, yeah, I
where
love that movie.
In the movie, they're in a cave.
Yeah.
And the scariest part of the movie is when the cave starts collapsing on it. And I'm like, oh my God, I do not want to. Yeah,
for those who haven't seen that movie, basically there's a 40-minute lead up to any kind of gore or craziness where I think there's like maybe 8 female spelunkers fit their way through these really tiny crevices and one ends up breaking their leg. And if you think that that's horrific because they can't get out, it gets even worse.
Oh, God.
And they didn't tell anyone where they were going or anything. So
remember recently those kids in Thailand?
Yes.
That was a horrifying. They were flood.
And how long were they in there for? Like a month?
Yeah.
A week?
And then a guy died trying to save him.
More than a week. Yeah. Some poor guy died. Eesh. Yeah, but we have horror happening all the time with it. We have those nuns next to the ISIS.
Yeah,
Where
or even the recent priest scandal, like an institution that we thought was
God.
godly, and turns out they were systemically raping young children. Like, that's a horror.
Yeah. They did that.
It's beyond horror.
If we can't believe in the church, the most holy thing, holy crap, that's pretty...
That's where you gotta, like, start making up church. Like, that's why you get into superheroes, replace them with religion.
Yeah, it's like it kind of flips everything you believed in as a kid. I know growing up, it's like, going to church, it's like, oh, this is good, and then knowing what's going on.
But the church is good with giving you fear about the Satan. Like biblically, there's they made up a lot of good stuff. Like, I believe it's kind of mostly made up. The devil, the horned devil, who's the enemy of God. But also, there's those freaky things at the end of the world, like these freaky monsters with horns and the eyeballs, like just coming through the skies,
Yeah, just horror.
Yeah, it's scary stuff, yeah. And like, I don't know if you're familiar. Oh, there's this great painter from the Middle Ages. He would do hellscapes.
Yeah, I think I know. He's the one that has that like guy licking the girl, right? That monster that's licking the girl's head or something.
And there's like bird demons, and there's priest demons, and they're like naked in grapefruit, and they're pouring all over them. Bach, I think it's Bach. I'm probably saying it wrong. Which this is another idea for when you have your haunted house thing and it's a gallery. You can have a contest. I'll be the first in there. Artist depictions of hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
Also, you should have an artist monster contest, because I know even my buddy, Eric Evans, if he's listening, he has all these great monsters that he's painted, and we all have like really cool, bizarre monsters.
So tell us about, what are some of the elements you're going to have in your haunted house?
I do like competition. I've always been a big fan of that. So any kind of challenges, even at this clown party, for example, we want to have a clown skills competition, which involves blowing up balloons, making funny noises, pies.
Okay. You know what? I know a lady who blows up balloons. It's not what you think, and she's a mime, and
Well, you got to invite her.
I got to introduce her. Yeah,
she's a real mime. Can
mime.
she do a performance?
Yes, she can.
How much does it cost?
You could probably get her for free.
Okay.
Yeah, if I know.
Boy, whispering's
I should give her. The audience. Because she's a nice lady. Owl the Mime. I don't know if you were familiar with her.
No, but we want her.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay, we'll have to write that down.
What about someone that hasn't been a clown or is not into clowns? Like, for example, myself, I know about clowns, but I want to go to the clown party. What do I do?
Sorry, it's mandatory that you need to be dressed as a clown.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're going to be paying extra money.
Well, I would never go to a clown party not dressed up as a clown.
You need to be a clown to get
I'm
in.
interested. So how do I go about dressing up as a clown?
Well, I mean, if you don't have the clown supplies, like a clown jumpsuit or anything, I would just personally go to Savers or a thrift store, buy a bunch of random clothes, some oversized, some too small, mix match them all, maybe sew some together, and then put makeup on. Makeup's the big thing. I mean, you could dress normal, but with makeup.
One thing I heard, Gacy. One thing they noticed about his makeup, Gacy, for the audience who doesn't know, Gacy was a serial killer who was really funny. He was a clown, and he one of his things is, if you ever meet a guy and he says, "Let me show you a trick. I'm going to put handcuffs on you," don't do it, because that was his.
They were all like gay 13-year-old boys, though, weren't they?
And they were like, "Oh, sure, a trick," and then
oh god,
it was just terrible.
Horror.
And he's the one that drowned people repeatedly, right? He had like a fish tank in his house, and
I'm not sure if he did that. Maybe he did. But he stored them in his house. It was a crazy thing. He had a little tiny house, and he put lime on them, and it was weird. And then he befriended cops, so cops would come over and go, "That's weird." But there was like 20 guys or 30 guys like in his house.
Yeah.
That he. Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
My girlfriend reads about all that stuff, so I get to hear about lots of serial killers all the time.
They were saying that one of the tells about his makeup, if you look at it, it does look like a happy clown, but he has sharp points. Where I guess in a clown, they usually have all nice round edges, but in his makeup, there's little tells of like sharp points of color contrast, like little.
I don't. That
well, really kind of like color pattern wise. If you want to do a happy clown,
he's white, blue, and red, is he not? Like his lips are big and red, and he has blue diamond eyes.
Yeah, and they say like the commentary I heard the diamond is kind of like it's a little weird, you know.
So well, at this party will it be just like a whole range of clowns? Like
I expect to
happy
see all
clowns, evil clowns.
Yeah, I expect to see all different kinds of cool clowns. Creativity will be awesome. And we expect probably at least 100 people.
To all dress up as clowns.
Yeah.
Is there a certain like niche in the clown industry, or that I could potentially dominate? Or that something, maybe an underutilized type of clown that's
what about like those like Victorian clowns with like the frilly collars and stuff?
Pretty damn.
I don't think they're going to be around because they're so expensive to be. But if you want to drop
I was thinking about maybe some sort of like a priest turn clown.
Personally, I don't care. I think the more clowns, the merrier, right?
Yeah.
If you're developing yourself as a clown, you want to be the most creative type of clown.
Right.
Maybe we could offer a prize to the craziest clown.
The craziest clown.
Get a really good driver because you don't want to have an accident when if you're all sharing a ride. It could just end up terribly.
What if a clown showed up in a van?
That's right. You could probably pack in like 100 clowns into that.
Yeah, because Uber, as far as I know, doesn't cater to like clowns.
That's a sad thing with the clowns. Yeah, because
that'd be something to show up at a party with a van and just have like 30
I
clowns.
would love that. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have a van, so we could do that. It's just a matter of
I
could
pack them all.
make room and just pack.
Yeah.
You have to go somewhere. You have to go to like Jim's Steakout or something and just show up. Just open up the doors and just have all the clowns just pile out.
Yeah.
Like a clown car, but a clown van. You could fit way more.
What color is the van?
It's black.
Oh,
that's nice.
Oh, that's good.
It's creepy looking.
Yeah.
My parents. I was parking at my parents' apartment. Like when I go to visit an apartment, I'll just park in a spot, but it's not really a spot, but it's kind of out of the way. And my sister has a normal Subaru, and I guess the neighbors called my parents saying, "Hey," like reporting it to the people, like, "Hey, there's a van. Not my sister's car. There's a van parked outside." And they kind of got scared by it.
People misunderstand vanners and vans.
And clowns. So I think clowns and vans, they developed through the same. They're the same branch of whatever it is, knowledge. Because they're misunderstood.
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles are definitely on that branch.
I mean, is that the branch you're going for?
The lineage
clowns, vans.
I mean, they're all related. Versus I don't know, puppies. Like puppies are.
Well, that could be used by the pedophile, though.
That's another one of their tricks. They throw puppies at the kids and knock them out. So then they grab them, and it's terrible. You know, they have the puppies sometimes like on a line attached to them. And the kid grabs onto the puppy, and like a fisher, and the kid's like flapping around.
Yeah, they lure the young children. It's too sad.
Yeah,
because I think it's part of being horror is like being at one end of the spectrum being so good, like puppies, but then being so dark.
The contrast.
That's also like sometimes like something nice and sweet can be very terrifying too.
Yeah,
the fact that the duality that this single thing could be both at the same time. It could be sweet and wholesome, but then also dark at the same time.
I know one of the movies that disturbed me was this movie about it was an Asian, a lot of horrible Asian horror movies that I've seen. They are really scary. One of them was there's a sweet Asian girl, and even when I was watching, that's what a nice girl, but she ends up caterpillaring a guy.
What is that?
Well, when you torso, you make it a torso. You just like legs are gone, arms are gone, and you're just
isn't torso. That's Audition, right?
Yes. It was like so scary. Like to me, it's because I'm a sucker, I'm like, oh, she's so sweet. But she just saw it, get these guys, sawed them off.
Do you remember that scene in Freaks when they sewed the girl's limbs all together so she could become a worm?
Oh God.
And that's from like the 60s, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 50s.
You know
It's
what?
very old.
My mother recommended it. If it's the one where they is it the one where they go one of us?
Yes.
My
yes.
mother recommended that to me. And my mother is not into that stuff. She said, "That was a neat movie." And she's like, "Yeah."
People surprise you like that. Like they all have one horror movie they think it's like very interesting. And you're just like, what is wrong with you,
Yeah.
person?
Yeah, yeah. She was like, "Oh, that's just such a different kind of movie." You know.
Grandma thought that.
My grandma, yeah, your grandma,
My grandma, your mom.
yeah. But yeah, that was creepy with the. And then there's other body. I guess they're called body horror, where they.
Yeah, that's a foreign genre, body
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
So there's all different types of sub niches within horror. There's all
Oh
types.
yeah.
What are some of the more interesting or scary niches in horror?
I like The Descent personally because it
Yeah.
does take place in a very unique
Yeah.
setting, being underground in like a super claustrophobic
Oh,
cave.
yeah.
I don't even know what genre that would be.
It's being locked in
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's a combination of being lost is interesting horror. Being outside of your food element is scary, but like ones where you're lost, like in the hillbilly, you're surrounded by hillbillies. Or,
Yeah, the redneck is like a genre. There's
Or-
home invasion.
Yeah.
Serial killer, like Night Stalker type person.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have humans have such irrational fears.
And
You can be pretty much afraid of anything.
yeah, they've even developed the Slender Man thing, which is really fascinating. He came out of nowhere.
What is this?
Well, on the internet, he started from like a story. Some guy they had a creepypasta, I think it was called,
Yeah.
where people make up stories, and this person, got more and more like cult following, and there was a case where two little girls believed he was real, so of course they had to kill for him,
Yeah, this is a real story.
Yeah, it's a real story.
So
Yeah.
Slender Man these guys named Marble Hornets created a series of videos. Like I think there's maybe 50 to 100 of them of just them out in the woods, kind of like modern Blair Witch, but for the 2010 era. And then these little girls, maybe 12 years old, lured their friend out into the woods and stabbed her to death
Oh, God.
as a sacrifice to
Yeah.
Slender Man. They were both charged as adults, I
Yeah.
believe, and they're in jail.
That's
So
true.
Did
pretty much-
Slenderman get off? Was Slenderman fine? Like, did he get in any trouble?
But I think what it did is got the news commentators going, "What is Slender Man?"
Yeah,
And like,
but even like Charles Manson, he didn't actually kill people, but he manipulated other people.
Yeah, but this guy, this was just a myth.
Yeah.
Slenderman is like a tall guy in a black tuxedo.
it's pretty creepy. Like if you would see like a tall man, like an unusually tall, dark man in a tuxedo,
That's Slenderman.
it's a good,
Yeah.
20th century monster or whatever. I think. But
Yeah, modern internet monster.
yeah, some of the foreign monsters are pretty creepy too. There's this thing, a Philippine vampire. First off, I don't want to deal with these Philippine vampires. You know what they are? Our vampires are nice and they're usually attractive, stylish people. These things, it's just a head floating with guts coming out of the neck, and it just floats. And it floats around at night, and I think it vampirizes people. But then it'll go back to its host, which is usually a lady, and it just plops right back in, and the head reattaches.
Huh.
This is
Sure. And during the holiday season, I was kind of thinking that Santa Claus is a little creepy. He's just like this old man that comes. He knows if kids are naughty or nice.
Yeah.
And he like breaks into your house in the middle of the night and
Yeah.
climbs in your
And-
chimney.
And he's always watching.
He's always watching. He makes children sit on his lap.
and if you talk to different people who know about mythology, he used to be creepy. He used to
yes.
screw you up. He
Ooh,
was
like
to
a Santa clown could
There
be
was,
a good.
I think,
Oh,
there's an
yeah.
actual Krampus. Krampus was an actually.
Yeah.
He was an actual. He would mess you up. He was like, if you're naughty, he would screw you up. He was like,
You could have like a Santa Claus clown.
Yeah.
You could take anything and just make it whatever clown.
yeah.
It's a new type of clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many possibilities.
So many possibilities.
Yeah.
I know when I was little, I'd written on one of my essays that I wanted to be a lawyer clown when
lawyer
I had
clown.
gotten older.
That's good.
Right?
It'll be
'Cause,
ridiculous.
you perform for the court and
Yeah.
everyone laughs and then you win your case.
That
Huh.
would be great.
I
That's
can
like a
see
good
how
series.
What are some of the skills that makes a great clown? Like the ability to
Being
make
funny.
people laugh, being funny.
Yeah, being funny.
That's a skill you could transfer to life.
Yeah.
That would be helpful in other domains.
Yeah, good old,
Lawyer clown.
funny clown, yeah. Kind of makes it, but it makes them even scarier when they combine a little bit of humor and horror into the, like, what if, okay, here you go, Jerry Seinfeld. What if he was like a murderer or something?
It'd be awesome. It'd
It'd
be
be
the story
like-
of the century.
Oh, Jerry, you forgot your bagels again. And then he's like, ugh! He takes out a garrote, like,
Yeah.
starts,
He's the highest paid comedian.
Oh.
Did you know that?
oh, no.
He gets paid a lot of money when the Seinfeld reruns come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He must.
Yeah, I like coffee and cars, riding with comedians and cars.
Yes.
And stuff. Yeah. So, have either of you had a supernatural event?
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, darn it. Oh, me neither. I have to admit, when I was a kid, I thought there were things that were supernatural because I was a dope.
Yeah, you're a kid. That's what all
well,
kids think.
This was a trick some kids played on me. I didn't understand echoes or a sewer or how a sewer works.
Oh, God.
John, go to that sewer grate and listen. And at some other point in the sewer, there was some kid going, I'm a witch. I'm going to eat you. And I heard this, and it freaked me out as a kid. And I was like, because I didn't understand, there was probably another kid here. So that was, that was something I should have taken medication for, but, just...
Why would you need medication for that?
Yeah, they didn't have medication.
Were you
back then.
that scared of it? Were you traumatized?
No, I wasn't traumatized. But at the time, it was weird. You're traumatized, but then you're eating SpaghettiOs and watching, Wonder Woman. You're like, oh, what happened? Whatever. So that was my brush with the supernatural. Do you know people who have supernatural stories? Once in a while,
I'm friends with this guy who makes masks for haunted houses, but he's also been getting into like EVP readings and stuff.
Ooh, what is that?
Electronic voice phenomena is what they're called.
Yeah.
So he builds these boxes with radio equipment in them or whatever at his house, and you talk to the ghosts, and then you get some feedback in the machine, and then they try to decipher what it is. Personally, I just feel like it's picking up other radio waves and shit, but I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like you could just use technology, like artificial intelligence, just kind of
Yeah.
have it talk to you.
Yeah. And people have a great pattern recognition abilities to like make stuff up out of nothing.
Exactly. So you hear like, and then he says like, yes, I was living in this house.
Well, okay, wait a minute. Now it's all coming back to me. All my own supernatural brushes with. When I was a kid, I did a Ouija board with a bunch of other kids.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And one of them was the guy from Cannibal Corpse. Actually, it was at his house.
You were childhood friends with a guy from Cannibal
Chris
Corpse?
Barnes. I don't know what his name now is, but his name was Chris Barnes at the time. And but anyway, that's one part of the story. So, but he was there, and it was we were all holding hands, which we were very homophobic back then as children. As a child, I have to admit, I was homophobic. Generally, that's gay, but we had to do it for the psychic ability. Yeah, Ouija board stuff.
Right.
So we were having a seance, and we all it was more of a seance than a Ouija board thing. So we all held hands, and we closed our eyes, and there was a candle, and we were trying to talk to people from like the dead. Like it was John F. Kennedy we were trying to talk to. Where are you here? And as soon as I opened our eyes, the candle broke. It was weird. So it was like a psychic phenomenon. So that was my brush with the supernatural. Yeah, the candle broke. It was like, are you there, John F. Kennedy? Give us a sign.
He would. I mean, if anyone, John F. Kennedy would be a ghost. He would probably be,
Yeah,
He would be in a kid's basement talking to him.
yeah. That's because we're there's weird kids who are always talking about John F. Kennedy getting shot and everything. So, yeah, so that was my brush with the supernatural.
That's a pretty horrific thing that happened. Just the president was driving in a car and his brains got blown out.
That was pretty
And everybody's
gross.
Just, one time he's just riding in a car. Next thing you know, his wife's like scooping up little brain bits, trying to put them back
That
inside.
was nuts. Yeah, and but psycho.
Horror.
But and then later,
the horror of the real world.
Then later he comes to me, breaks a candle, the glass candle.
Well, what do you do if you were a ghost? What would you?
Oh,
You die, you're a ghost. What do you do? What's your first move?
I try not to go look at naked ladies. I think that would be
Try.
frowned about. I would try not to. Okay, I'm putting it up there, Jesus. I'm not going to be looking at the naked ladies, Lord God, out there. So I won't do that. Okay, but if I'm a ghost, yeah, what do you do?
I'd tell everyone, hey, I'm here somehow.
I'd probably find the people I didn't like in real life and just go.
Oh, yeah.
go
Oh,
scare them.
Eventually go torture people, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you torture people?
Well, harass them.
Yeah, harass them. You probably just start really subtly,
Mentally
and then
torture
grow it over time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you want to tell your loved ones, hey,
Yeah.
I'm still around. I'm watching you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I can hear what you say to me.
I do. Well,
I would
okay.
just steal money from people and just leave $20 bills in their house.
Oh,
My loved ones, just be like, oh, here's or $100 bills. If I was to go,
you give them money. You try to
yeah,
give
take money from the assholes I didn't like, and I just give them my mom. Hell, here's $100. It would just be hanging out there.
That's what I would. Okay, remember, Uncle. Okay, yeah, go, Uncle. When you're doing that. But, actually, okay, this is my other brush with the supernatural. Okay, because my folks died, but I always get the feeling that they're looking after me. I don't know why. Like one time I was almost going to make a mistake at work, and I was like, I better not do that. And maybe it was my folks. Helping me out.
Maybe.
So there you go.
See, I figure out what happens when you die. You just kind of, where do you go? Nobody knows.
Then we go, oh,
People think they know. They have no idea.
okay, where do we go?
Do
Okay,
we just disappear?
let's figure it out. I like the idea of reincarnation. We can figure this out, though.
Yeah, that sounds appealing.
Yeah, this is so easy to figure out.
Yeah, heaven. I'd like to go to a heaven, but I think you probably just get reincarnated until you become a Buddha, I guess.
Yeah.
According to some people.
How do you think God figured, all these people are dying, coming to heaven? How does he process all that? Does he have, interns that screen people out and he sees, only the Hitlers and the Martin Luther Kings come to him? Or is it
I think it's probably set up so that he doesn't have to do anything. Like nature. Nature's set up, he doesn't have to do stuff. Fishes are eating each other, they're pooping. And
Do you think it's a bureaucracy?
drinking
Do you think it's, running efficiently?
It would be fun if it was a bureaucracy, but it would be more of a natural. Yeah, like it'll focus like your soul is too heavy you're too attached to the world, so you're falling. But if you're super spiritual, you rise up, type of thing. But I don't know. Yeah, so it's.
So, do you think God deals with plebeians like us, or does he only see the really good and really evil people?
Ooh,
Why would God waste? He'd
plebeian.
make us the interns would deal with us, the saints. And,
Well, that's where we get into. Is the thing is, when there's God, is there a hell? Which really
or
sucks.
are we in hell? If
I
the
hope
world's
not.
so horrific.
Oh, okay. Talk about hell. Okay, have you seen Hellraiser? Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
terrible. Now that's a scary monster.
Those people did it to themselves, though.
Yeah, that's the fascinating thing. Give me a vampire instead of some guy who's going to pull you apart with hooks or a mummy.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know.
so ignorant to horror movies. What are if I want to experience my dark side? What should I do?
Why haven't you seen horror movies?
I don't know. I'm not a very movie person. I don't know.
Gee. Ooh. I would.
Maybe I just haven't
what
seen.
do you recommend?
I like some scary movies.
If you're not a movie person, everything you could do anything. Sky's the limit, really.
This sounds weird. I was really scared by Blair Witch. I knew it wasn't real, but it was really disturbing to me the way it was done, because it was done as if these people were really being horrified
Yeah.
by.
I'd like a horror movie maybe based on a serial killer, like the Salem witch trials would be
Serial killer.
something like a real
Serial
life.
killer, Mike Myers, you got to. And they just
Yeah.
made Halloween just came out 2 months ago.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of serial killers. Pretty scary. Yeah, the real ones are pretty bad.
Yeah.
The serial killers. Eesh. Don't like those guys. Back in the Middle Ages, that's where they thought werewolves came from. Because there would be maniacs eating people and stuff.
Or just say crimes, people just get murdered, and you have no way to figure. Now we have DNA.
Yeah,
there's no way of figuring out. All these people are just dying.
Wouldn't that be awesome? You could kill whoever you wanted, get away with it.
Yeah.
It would be so easy to get away. Or even the old Crime and Punishment, where the Romans would just fill out the Colosseum and all their criminals and child molesters. They just have them fight bears and lions. That'd be awesome. That'd be so fun.
I wish they would bring that back.
It would be fun, but,
Or hang them up in the square, and you can just go, "Hey, it's
So-
Sunday afternoon. Do you want to go throw rocks at the
Throw rocks at 'em?
latest convicted child?"
Yeah, you could do it.
Got nothing better to do.
Yeah. We got,
But now we give people justice.
yeah, give them justice.
But it's not real justice because they're just getting tortured in a cell for the rest of their
Yeah.
lives, and They don't learn anything. It's not rehabilitation.
Yeah. Here's another real terrifying thing. You know what I would hate to have happen to me? Be accused of something or be messed up overseas.
There was that guy just recently. He was in jail 25 years, and they let him go because find out he wasn't the killer.
It's like, oh my God.
You get $80,000 a year. I heard.
That's all?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That's
Maybe for like 3 years. You could do it for like 2 or 3 years to get a nice little. Like
Right. If you were homeless, you could frame somebody.
Oh, you got a good scheme going.
Frame yourself.
Frame yourself.
Yeah.
Live
Get
a couple
paid.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay, we're figuring out all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah.
We could be a ghost to make money. You could frame yourself for a crime you didn't commit. Make money that way.
See. So I'd actually make more money doing that than sitting in a cubicle all day.
Yeah.
My self-imposed prison.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Huh.
That type of prison. Yeah, see. Okay. Oh, any plans for the zombie apocalypse?
When is it coming?
Well, okay, say it happened. Okay, you were experiencing the zombie apocalypse. Do you have anything planned out? Like, okay.
Well, when I read World War Z,
Yeah.
the best thing to do was move up north to where it was cold enough that they would
Yeah.
freeze.
Okay.
I'd go to Canada. 'Cause I think the zombies.
Just
even
keep
if
going and going.
they'd be nicer in Canada. I can't see the Canadian zombies.
I was planning to go to your mom's house.
My mom's.
Yeah, your mom's house. Yeah, she's out there. It's by a lake.
Huh.
But I think, a lot of it will depend on the type of zombies we're going to have to deal with. If they're fast, then you're really screwed. But if the slow ones, we have a chance.
You gotta grab like a shovel or some sort of weapon that you're gonna.
Weapon, yeah. I'd go...
Like a jackhammer.
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
I go machete. I'd go machete. A machete, but also, machete, shorter machete.
A blowtorch.
No, because there's still, you got to light that up, and you have to get rid of their brain. You gotta, I'd say no to both. I'd put a thumbs down. If you want to, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm just brainstorming strategies.
Flamethrower.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'd still say there's a lot of problems with flamethrowers.
Well, if a bullet kills them, and that's
Yeah.
only destroying part of the brain, what if you cook the whole brain at once? That should
okay,
kill them right away, right?
Yeah, okay.
Or like disintegrate parts of their limbs as they're coming at you. Like
Yeah.
those ones they show from like the D-Day invasion that have the gasoline streaming out of them.
Oh.
It like gets stuck to your body.
yeah.
It was like a goop thing coming out.
Yeah.
So their limbs would just fall out beneath them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're good.
I don't know how long it lasts though. Like I don't know how much ammo you get with that.
Well, your theory is to go to Grand Island, right? Because it's surrounded
First,
by water.
Grand Island surrounded by water.
Huh.
You
It's
take care of the
close to
bridges. Yeah, the zombies can't get in. We farm there, and
Who's guarding the bridges though?
Yeah.
different folks. Hopefully, friendly folks.
Just be a volunteer band of people.
Yeah.
And the military is not going to come take it away or anything.
Well, so who knows what will happen society-wise? It could be like the good guy military type of guys would help us out, or but who knows? Yeah, then you get into the whole dystopian future. Who would be the leader? How would he be a leader? I wouldn't be a leader. I just somebody else. But then
That's why I think just going north and just making it being a lone wolf.
Oh, okay.
Is much more efficient than.
By yourself because you draw less attention from the zombies.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The book though, World War Z, if you're interested in stuff like
Yeah.
zombie apocalypses, it's really cool because it's short stories from people who lived all different kinds of lives during an invasion of zombies. And there's one where the people live on boats and they've tied all their boats together. There's like a boat community.
That's pretty
There's
good.
That's
a
pretty-
story
that's
about a
smart idea.
blind guy trying to get through.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Very interesting. And that's how I got the idea for the winter one. There's a person up there that lives out in the cold, frozen tundra.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great. Okay, I never even thought of that. Boats.
Mm-hmm.
If
you can get enough food, though, that's the only thing.
Yeah. There are communities in Cambodia where they live in boats.
Huh.
It's just like,
And there's uninhabited islands too you could go to.
yeah. Ooh, okay.
So to stake your claim on an island.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, do any of you have a preference for any type of monster you would like to be?
Huh.
Vampire.
Vampire?
That's the only way to go.
Good. Oh yeah.
Seduce all the women, look incredibly hot,
Yeah.
dress good, like you were saying.
Yeah, dress
Be
good.
able to fly or
Yeah, classic bad boy. You're just
yeah.
Yeah. Classic. Yeah.
Live forever.
Yeah, there's a movie I have to recommend called, I think, What We Do in the Dark. It's a really good movie. It's a comedy.
Oh yeah, it's the reality TV show.
Kind of vampire
didn't like it.
thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. Yeah, vampires are good. And, the classic. I'm trying to think if I would want to be a monster, the type of thing it'd be. Yeah. Okay. I'm in on the vampire thing.
The vampires? I can't even think of a good monster.
I wouldn't want to be one of those Cenobites. I hate those guys.
Yeah, those are. Then they're constantly being tortured. Like their lips are peeled back, and
Would Satan be considered a monster?
Yeah.
the devil.
Because you just
Then you have unlimited.
you're just a dictator in hell, and you can just
Okay. Yeah.
do it. You can,
corrupt souls.
yeah, you won't even feel bad about torturing the people. It's like
Yeah.
you're Hitler. Oh, you could do whatever free reign.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you got to allow other bad people to do stuff, which would kind of suck. You know,
Fine, I'd make it a bureaucracy, so you'd have to
because
work.
you'd have to be like Hitler. That guy's cool. Like if you were Satan, that would kind of suck.
Yeah.
You could like mentor him and like, be like, hey, you hire him. Maybe he's like he has upper management written all over him, and he's kind of maybe create a bureaucracy.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's upper management. He was like insane.
What's I think? He could run a whole department.
He was a lieutenant. He was a lieutenant in the army or something. So he did reach a rank, but he had super charisma, so they made him leader,
Yeah.
made him Führer.
Do you think people like that? Do you think they're born that way, or is it just their inner humanity that it is?
Well, he went through a world war.
Yeah.
That probably messes with you pretty bad, especially with the invention of napalm gas and stuff.
Yeah. I know. Though, when it comes to serial killers, there's certain things that kind of make serial killers.
The
Like-
mom.
Yeah, like if they're messed with, if they're like tortured and they see violence early on, and also another thing, if you get bonked in the head early, that's a lot of times.
People who are raped at a super young age, even
Yeah.
if they can't remember it, like 3 to 5,
Yeah.
they end up having a lot of problems down the road.
I know, like Richard Kuklinski, who's like the Iceman. He was like a professional hitman for the mafia. He just killed people.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube clip of him talking to a psychiatrist, and he asked the psychiatrist tell me about myself. I don't understand myself. And he was basically the psychiatrist told him he had the same traits as like
Yeah.
a fighter pilot, of that he didn't feel fear.
Yeah.
His dad was super abusive to him.
Yeah.
So it's basically he was saying if your dad was like a good guy, you could have been like a hero,
Yeah.
and like your traits would make.
I think he saw his brother killed by the dad.
Yeah, his dad would just beat him
And
mercilessly.
it was and he was but he was interesting because he was a combination serial killer, but he was hired to be an assassin for the mob.
Yeah,
so he
he-
could use his
He
serial.
used his skills to.
Yeah, he did a classic killing people by rats.
He shot someone in the face with
That's
a
a
crossbow.
classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. shot a guy with a crossbow. And my favorite, he Bugs Bunny'd up a guy, which this is what I say. There was a guy he had to get rid of and what he did is he pretended he was at a discotheque, and it was in the 70s, and he had this system down where he had like this what do you call poison that he would like stick you with. That he could go up to you, walk up to you, and stick you.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the disco. They're all disco
Yeah.
dancers, and he acted real flamboyant, like a homosexual, kind of an older homosexual type of guy. And at that time, if you were a guy, you'd kind of like try to stay away from him, not even look at him. So he Bugs Bunny the guy, got up close to him, and he stuck him. And he with this poison. And he was acting like all flamboyant, and like nobody suspected that. Oh, geez.
So
How did-
Bugs Bunny is gay?
I call it Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, why is it called that?
Well, I consider when Bugs Bunny would disguise himself as ladies sometimes
Oh,
to trick
that's right.
people. Maybe
Okay.
maybe
I was expecting like dynamite in the mouth or some, you say
actually-
Bugs Bunny up.
He
Is he
wasn't-
gonna like run into a wall?
He was a fan of cartoons, and he liked he'd laugh really hard at some of these things. Yeah, and, but he did. He'd come up with a crossbow.
Yeah, he would just experiment with different ways he could. He
Yeah,
get bored. I imagine because he was a big dude, I'm sure he just got bored at some point. So,
Yeah. He'd garrote guy. He'd like, yeah, he did the whole thing. That guy, yeah. Don't want to. I don't. That's another one. I don't want to be around that guy.
If I was Satan, he'd be upper management on him.
Yeah. He'd be one of your hired goons.
If you were Satan, would you torture the bad people, or would you torture the people that were kind of like borderline.
Oh yeah, I guess you
between-
get a choice.
Would you torture like the people that were like borderline between heaven or hell, but God said no, you're going to go to hell because you're kind of
Because your duties are to make hell bad, but you also have to make living hard for people
yeah.
and give them like fancy guitars and stuff so they can be.
Yeah, you could have a rock band. You'd probably make really
Oh yeah, you probably have
Badass
a
music.
real good rock band. I would
yeah,
yeah.
like death metal.
Death
like
metal?
heavy death metal.
Whatever it was, it would be the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what you'd have to say that about hell. They have the best heavy metal
Damn good,
band.
yeah, rock
yeah.
concerts.
Yeah, like
You can imagine they'd be pretty good.
yeah, not like heaven.
Heaven would be like a Beethoven orchestra, and everyone would come in very proper and sit down at their seats. And
Have you ever listened to some religious music they have? I know. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going on. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go down that tangent. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Did you ever try to do magic when you were a kid?
I love magic.
Yeah.
And I have tried it, but I'm not good enough. I don't have the patience
Okay.
to repeat the same motions over and over.
Yeah. I found one stupid trick.
Okay.
It was, but it also was device driven. It was
Oh.
like it took no skill on my point. It was like,
There's a
we
naked
got
lady.
another naked lady. Okay, hi. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, it's all right, folks. We have to. Yeah. So, but
we're just painting a mental image for our picture for our viewers.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that's another thing, viewers. Some of you have called us and said, "Why do you keep referring to us as viewers?" This is the thing. We want you to keep your eyes open. So if you're driving, or if you're a surgeon or a pilot, we want your eyes open. We want you aware. I know it's very tempting to turn, just listen to our voices and just disappear into Matt and John.
Plus, we're
And-
painting mental
and
pictures
Ronnie,
in your mind.
Yeah. So it can be too trippy. So just keep your eyes open.
Do people really said, "Why do you call me viewers?"
Yes.
So we have viewers.
Yeah. Why do they call us viewers? Yeah.
But I'm just impressed that there's actual living.
You said
Human
there's
being.
70, right?
There-
70 recurring
Yes, yeah.
fans.
70 souls out there.
Souls we've corrupted.
Hello, all 70 of you.
Yes.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. We don't know who you are, or
Yeah.
we don't even know if you're a good person. Maybe you're an awful person, but you just happen to click
Yeah.
on our link. So
Yeah.
if that's
So-
the case, we like you. There's
Yeah,
no,
we like you. Like
we're
I
like Jesus. We love everyone.
Yeah, so-
as long as you click on our link.
So yeah, so take your head out of that noose, put the gun away, and just sit back and listen. Let us listen to Matt and John
Yeah,
and Rodney.
and Rodney.
Implying that most of your fans are like conspiracy theorists wanting to commit suicide.
We're conspiracy wanting to commit suicide.
But you've
Yeah, they were.
changed that.
But now
They were like
Yeah.
on the edge. They were
They were
had a
like-
gun to their temple, and then for some reason
they're on the edge. But now they're
they
walking
found our
down
link,
easy.
and now they're saved.
They're walking down easy
They had
street.
to come to Jesus moment. And
Yeah.
they're like, I want to live.
Yeah, that's
Matt
it.
and John have inspired me
Yeah.
because we have inspirational guests like Rodney.
That's
that
right.
was like,
Yeah.
oh,
God.
You're gonna go out there. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. It's a crazy stuff. Okay.
So yeah, tell us about your YouTube series of
yeah.
what's the basic
Yeah.
premise of your channel and what you're trying to do on YouTube.
Well, I've done film since I was little too. It's been one of my passions. I was always stealing my dad's camcorder and making videos on the little tapes we had
Yeah.
and getting yelled at all the time. And in high school, we had a media department where I was able to, really flourish and do stuff that I wanted to do and use computers to edit my videos. And I was in the TV department there. We made news broadcasts live and worked as a team, and I loved it. So after several years of not doing anything like that, I went to college for film at UB, and it was horrible. They didn't encourage us to do really anything good.
They just wanted your tuition. Your tuition
Yeah,
money.
basically. The teachers, it's garbage. If anyone's listening to this and they're thinking about going to college, don't
Except
go.
for if you're taking Professor Surjit Sen's physics.
that's right. Yeah.
Well, that's
then-
different. Don't go for art.
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
I'm
don't go for
saying.
art.
Yeah.
And so after a while, I was not doing anything with video, and it's one of my passions. So I started up a YouTube channel, and it started with a couple haunted house reviews. They weren't very good. I didn't take time into putting up a set or anything. Plus, I was on the road with
Yeah.
my job. And then my friend and I made a video where I was talking to dolls, and it was a tea party, but it was like a gossip circle where I was this madman talking to a bunch of dolls like they were real. and there was a specific doll that I hated and would always pick on. It was the Pariah doll.
Yeah.
And we turned that into a series. People really liked it.
Yeah.
We had backstories for some of the dolls, backstory for myself. We
Yeah.
always play weird classical music while I'm talking
Yeah.
to them. And it was fun to get back into doing characters and, interacting with fans and stuff. And then once I started getting all those fans, I realized, maybe I have a platform to do something more informative, something I'm knowledgeable in. So I started doing it on haunted houses.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty cool. Sometimes not so fun. I'll have owners email me, or message me really long things. I got kicked out of a haunted house because of a review I left them.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I'm almost blacklisted from the haunted house
no.
community.
You're a controversial figure in the haunted house community.
Some people like me. They think, oh, these are really funny. He's doing it justice, because haunted house industry is very cliquey and stuff.
Because they're being very tame. Like they're trying to appeal to like middle school people. And it's kind of like,
It's just it's a group they don't want anyone else in.
Yeah.
like they don't want
Basically.
true horror.
Yeah,
Kind of like
no,
it's
they don't.
censored.
No, they don't.
okay.
There are a lot of like middle-aged men that were super rich, and they started in the 90s when there weren't as many regulations, and that allowed them to build up an audience and stuff like that. But when I go to the haunted house convention, I'm not going to be going there anymore, but I always kind of look over my shoulder and see who's looking at me or whatever, because I do get dirty looks, and it's whatever. It goes with being a celeb, I guess.
Oh, cool.
I'd hope they'd be more inclusive of the.
Are there certain mistakes certain haunted houses make a lot?
Bad acting is the most common one.
What makes like someone a bad actor? They're just
Well, this year we went to one in Ohio, and it depends also on the price. If you're paying $10, you're not expecting much. If you're paying what we paid, which was I think $46 a person, 7 houses, you expect it to be very good.
it's like shit your pants scared.
Yeah.
Oh, well, just like fun. It
Yeah.
looks nice. I don't ever get scared. I hardly ever get scared at them. But people not wearing makeup at this one.
Like they're not into it. They're just kind of going
No,
through
oh
the
my
motions.
God, no. People going rawr. That happened to me at
Oh,
yes, that happened at Fright World, and I recommended he be fired in my review.
Yeah,
that
right.
happened this
get
year.
out here! It's an intern. This person should, go back to being a non-vocal.
Yeah.
So there can be some really bad people who try too hard and they just don't have it. But I feel like a lot of time the haunted houses, they don't treat the actors with respect or very well.
Yeah.
So they're not getting the best from these people, and they also don't stick around. So they never really gain experience because the job treats them like shit. And then the owners also don't care. They just say, pull down your drop window, do a scare, pull it back up. They don't care about, what you say or anything like that. So, I mean, it's just a recipe for disaster, really.
When you were working, did you ever have to deal with somebody who maybe freaked out? Like during the thing?
Yeah, like a customer that got, like, traumatized
Oh
badly.
God!
Yeah. Oops.
I felt very bad
Oh.
for doing this. I actually put myself in, like, a timeout for, like, 15, 20 minutes.
Oh.
I was this character called the Condom Bunny that I came up with.
Okay.
That sounds
Okay.
kind of scary.
It's terrifying.
something you wanna-
It was very scary.
maybe not touch.
I had white tights on. I had white tights on my hands, all the way up to my back, and then my chest was just bare, and then I had a white stocking on my head with like 2 little X out eyes and a little X mouth.
Yeah.
And I would kind of slither around and go like
Oh, that
in
is
people's
disturbing.
ears and just
Yeah.
move very eerily and strangely. Well, this girl, I could tell she was afraid, and I'm in character, so I'm supposed to go crazy on her and really scare her.
Yeah.
And she was freaking out, like running backwards, falling, crawling on the ground, which people do that, whatever. And I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I got her separated from her group.
Oh God!
The next group she got put in, they were like pointing out where she was to me so I could scare her some more. And I did, and right after that I felt pretty bad about myself because I went overboard with scaring this person, and I just kind of sat in the dark for a while.
You forget other people have different sensitivities. Years ago, I went to a freak show.
Those are still around?
Yeah, it was actually it was at a fair, and it was really disturbing. And basically, they had like pigs in jars and stuff, and
Yeah.
I think they may have had like a fetus or something disturbing like that. And the point, the time it was with this younger girl, and she was like really freaked out by it. It was like, oh, okay, sorry, we shouldn't have done that, you know.
Yes. So how do you make like your character? Like when you said the condom bunny, where did that come from? How did you like come up with that character? It's just something you brainstormed? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. I was in Walmart and I thought, hey, these would be weird. I did it for so long, like I said, 8 years, that I kind of wanted to try out different characters all the time. And that's just, that would be a whole other episode on your show. There's
But you're like-
so many.
You're kind of looking for like weirdness, like that's
Yeah,
weird. And then-
exactly. To me, what scares people the most is things that they haven't seen before. They don't exactly know what it is. Something different than like the skull makeup or like
Yeah.
bloody mouth. I want to be something that they're like, they take a double take
Yeah,
and they're
like,
like,
what is it?
why?
Yeah.
What is this thing?
Yeah.
Because you don't see that in haunted houses hardly ever.
You see devil
You see the
or-
mainstream
Yeah, devil.
stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So
Oh God. So
So, well, we're getting a little toward the end here. Let's see. Well, no, we have a couple more minutes. Like,
you have like 3.5 minutes.
yeah. Oh, can you tell us about what's the name of your YouTube site?
it's The Color of Dye.
Yeah.
That is spelled TheColor. He's trying to spell it right now. I'll give it to you
Okay.
after.
Yeah.
So you got The Color, OF, and then DYE, like hair dye. The
Ooh,
Color
okay.
of Dye.
Well,
That's the YouTube channel.
cool. We'll put it on our.
What can people expect as haunted house reviews, or like if someone's like kind of tame, they work in a cubicle and they want to express their darkness? Would this be a good place to? Good learning resource?
Yeah, it's safe for work. I don't think I swear that frequently on it. There's a lot of kid viewers and stuff, and the doll videos, they're safe for work. People are gonna give you weird ass looks if they see what you're watching. A guy talking to dolls, but it's fine. I don't think you'd get in trouble. I don't know. I never had an office job, so.
Okay. Ooh, now tell us now the clown party is coming up.
Clown Party is coming up. We don't have an official date yet. My girlfriend is actually securing that date as we're on the show right now. This is going to be at Sugar City.
Yeah.
So you can check their Facebook page for it, or more likely it's going to be on my Facebook page, which is The Shadows Haunted House.
Okay.
It's in Buffalo, New York. We're a haunted house, art gallery, all that stuff. We're still working to make it happen.
Yeah.
And at this clown party, you can expect there to be art, performance art, music, projections, and we have a noise artist who does clown-themed stuff. He came up with a clown set for us. If you're not familiar with noise music, come on down with a very open mind, because you will get like a headache, and it's all kinds of, it's a cacophony of craziness.
Cool.
I need to step my clown game up.
Yeah, really. Yeah. So you folks get your clown costumes
Weird.
ready. Yeah.
Weird, clown,
Yeah.
creepy.
Get the clown game going. Get your clown game up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and come say hi to any of us.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Ooh, okay, folks. Great. Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Thank you, Rodney.
Thanks,
for being on the
Rodney.
show. We appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me.
Hopefully, we've inspired some people to. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. So remember, folks, get out. Get your clown costumes on.
Put those guns away. Don't bring them to the
Yeah.
show.
That's
Don't kill
right.
yourself yet.
That's right. Spit those pills out. Forget about it. Open up the windows. Turn the gas off.
Yeah. Life's not terrible. It's not great, but it's
Yeah.
can only go up from here if you got the gun to your head.
Yeah, right. Especially if you keep listening to small talk.
Yeah.
And come to the clown party.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
She opened strange doors that we never close again. She began to wail, jealously scream, waiting at the lights, no one on me. Scary monsters, super creeps, keep me running scared. Scary monsters, super creeps, keep me running scared. love and I gave her a dangerous mind. Now she's stupid in the street and she can't socialise. Well, I love the little girl and I love her till the